What's going on, YouTube? Back at you with another video. Hey, just getting some yards done around here. Hey, I had got a comment where they were saying, or where someone said that, why don't I use my 52 inch, or why don't I get like a 48 inch more for my lawns and stuff to cut back on time, or to reduce my time on the yard and stuff. So, I mean, I guess you could save a little bit of time. I've done it before where I kind of timed like my time on a 52 inch compared to my 36 inch, and it's really not even the 36 inch. I'm not talking about a 48 inch or anything like that, but even the 36 inch, there's not a lot of time that I lose. Just say you might do maybe out of each row that you go down on a 52 inch, you might eliminate maybe I don't know. Say for instance, if you was doing a yard and you did 10 swipes with the 52 inch, you're going to end up having maybe 5 extra swipes, on that property, maybe. You know what I mean? So, I can see somebody saying, I could get done with yards quicker, but you're not losing a lot of time with these machines. You got to remember, these machines are quick. All of them are quick, but you're not mowing lawns at a real fast pace because it could get dangerous. But at the same time, mowing the lawn with a 36 inch compared to a 52 inch, it's really, you don't save a lot of time unless you're on a big property. I'm cutting smaller yards. The 52 inch does a great deal when you're on bigger properties compared to the 36 inch. You can still get the job done with the 36 inch. If you get done, like say for instance, even you got a big property. I've done a big property in 30 minutes compared to 40 minutes or 37 minutes with the 52 inch. 30 minutes I finished with the 52 inch, and then like 37 minutes I finished with the 36. Yeah, you save a lot of time as the day goes on. Those times add up, but it's to each its own. I like the 36 inch because I'm going to tell you why I like the 36 inch. I wouldn't mind probably a 48 inch either, but the 36 inch is the sweet spot because, for me, personally, my opinion, the 36 inch is because, it gives, like, I didn't notice that using the 52 inch or the 36 gives a little bit, the cut quality looks a little bit crispier with the 36 on certain lawns, because say for instance you got a medium-sized yard. Sometimes those 52 inches are overkill on those yards, and you got 3 blades running, so it's dumping out more grass. And that's going to be a problem too on smaller yards or medium-sized yards. So, the 36 is not, it has 2 blades. It's just going to dump out, just enough grass as you're cutting. But the 52 inch is dumping out a lot of grass, and sometimes you can't get a little bit in those nooks and crannies in a medium-sized to small yard. And on top of that, half the time you can't get in the backyards of some of these older homes due to their fence size. A lot of them still got the 30 like right there at the 36 to 37, 38 inch, width that opens up. I done went through yards where it's right at that 36, right at the 36 mark to get my 36 through there. Nothing else to get through there. Now, if you had to push more as far as a 30 inch, yeah, but who wants to push more anymore, So the 36 inch accommodates me the best because of the yard selections that I select. I'm not really getting any big yards. I'm not doing acreage. So, why spend all that money on a 61 inch unless I'm doing commercial or something like that? Or, I got the 52 inches because when I first started, I thought that that's what I had to have. It would be good to have one 52 inch and one 36 inch that'll cover me for any type of yards that I have. So that's the reason why I got that. And then after my stuff got stolen, I was gifted another 52 inch. So that's the only reason why I got two 52 inches. And both of those come in handy with the property that I have now. So, it all worked out for me. So, yeah. But all in all, 36 inch is the one for me to get jobs done with the properties that I have. Anyway, guys, just want to put that out there of why I use the 36 inch instead of the 52 inch or 48 inch. I wouldn't mind having a 48 inch. You know what I mean? I think that's a sweet spot too. But then every so often you will run into where you won't be able to get that 48 inch in the backyard, or that 46 inch or whatever the case is in the backyard. I think it's 46 and 48 inches so that they got out there. But sometimes majority of the yards you can't get those back there, So I don't know. I don't have my push more anymore. I'm not trying to push more any yards. So it's just the 36 inch and I roll with that. If I do have a property where I need, the 52 inch, I got the option to do it. So, but yeah, guys, that's why I rather use the 36 inch than the 52 inch any day on a small to medium sized yard, due to the fact that the 36 inch leaves it looks a little bit crispier as far as when you're doing your lines, the length of your stripes is not dumping out a lot of grass with the 3 blades running on the 52 inch. It's not dumping out a lot of grass, because when you dump out a lot of grass, where's that grass gonna go? It's going to sit on top of the grass, clunk up. So depending on the size of the yard, the 36 inch gives a better crisp look. It doesn't dump out a lot of grass out the chute, and you can get in almost every, I say 98% of these backyards. There's only usually 2% of these yards now. Now people, when they rebuild their fences and things, they do double gates now, because you have to get 36 inch back there or 48, and some people roll with 52 inches that they cut some of these backyards with. But like I said, it just all depends on what quality and what type of yards you're getting. But yeah. Anyway, guys, that's to clear that up. I roll with the 36 inch with the yards that I have, and I go from there. 36 inch is it's expensive, but it's not as expensive as the 48 or the 52s or the 61s, of course. So just to stay within that lower cost, the 36 will get the job done on small, medium, and sometimes large residential homes. Now, like I said, if you're going and you're doing like some commercial work and all that, yeah, the 52s are the best for the commercial work. That's that sweet spot. Either one or two 52s. It's all good. And then if you're doing acreage, then you want to get some 52s and maybe a 61 or 261 inches. So, all right, guys, this is my time. Let me get out of here. Let me get some of these yards done. And I'll get back with you on the next video. Thanks for rocking with me. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.